and we are already in game and already in the pause.
That's classic.
You can expose your public match data to be gathered by third party in the settings menu.
I'll expose you, buddy.
Oh, no.
These tips have not been, I think, updated for the new patch.
Need to
Based on the Sand King one.
Need to expose some better tips. That's what they need to do.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That's a good tip
All
right there.
right.
Are you guys muters? Do you mute people a lot?
When I'm winning, I mute people.
The hell?
When I'm losing, I don't mute people.
Why do
Actually,
you mute
it's
them when you're winning? Why don't you just, like,
because
your teammates?
because I'm winning because I'm muting
okay.
people.
Sure.
Ah.
I'm not a muter.
I
embrace the tilt.
That's
I let them.
I know you do.
tilt
That's why
further.
you're ranked like 800 now, dude. That's why I'm ranked 300.
So you're telling me that if I don't mute, then I'll go to rank 800? Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Correct. Just like there's a 20% chance that if Drow auto attacks,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there.
We've done this one before.
Yeah.
We're there, man. Just go. It's like in Dumb and Dumber. Just go, man.
Is victory.
Just looping around.
I shall not report.
Haha. Oh, that's the good one. I shall not report you.
I gotta say the Brew Taunt with the new E, super effective to just like run on the barrel as you're just basically centaur ulting yourself away at lightning speed. Lightning speed.
I will say I miss playing the Brewmaster. This is what I would do. I would literally just take Drunken Haze, sit mid, and then taunt while I Drunken Hazed mid. That was my support play.
I hate you.
It was amazing. It was so great. You
That
could
is-
spam taunt.
That is rude. That is straight up rude.
It was so good.
That's like your bristle ags today. You're just laughing as the whole enemy team can't do anything.
The battle
You
begins.
maniac.
It was great. Ah, what a world we live in. So, looks like it's going to be
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Oh,
Dos
no,
a
no, no,
dos.
no, no. Mr. Ninja Boogie got the other one, so that's
Oh.
3. 3
No.
for 1.
Ninja Boogie's TNC.
Oh, God!
He's just not tagged up.
Wait. 3 for 1.
Yeah.
Press enter.
No, it's 2 for 2.
2 for
You guys
2.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Ninja
what I'm saying.
Boogie, Mineski,
he didn't tag.
it's, you know how it goes.
Anyway. So they're going to try lane the morph. Makes sense. Secure your morph's lane. That's what Fnatic did not do at all when they picked morph and why they, I think, lost with it. TNC lost with it. I think they secured his lane pretty well. They had other issues that game. But
I think Earthshaker will do fine against a Brew.
A small loss.
Once he's got the level 2, I think he's holding the point. He's going to go for Aftershock.
Oh,
Jab
God.
to-
level 1 Phoenix in tri-lane is not great when you're against these ranged harasses. Because
That's
your
useless,
your
yeah.
spells also do self-damage and it takes so long to get level 2. Phoenix level 1 spells are pretty bad. And particularly when you only have one of those 2 spells, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Well,
They just can't
Tim's-
get over to that side shot for a wand either.
This guy's getting all his damage out. May even see him go suicide. Unless he probably has some mangoes on Tim.
He's got one
one
and a
mango.
null.
It's just null mango. My God.
Yeah.
This is
That's
the
what I've seen, I think, all this guys do. But yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Drops it.
Drops
pops
it. Mango. Who's going to get a few more arcane bolts and then probably suicide.
Is Pylite dead?
He may wait for the 2-minute rune. Nice. That's good. But Tim's will have another, maybe one more before suiciding. I think you wait for one more and / checking the rune because a potential regen rune.
Oh, that would be unreal.
that would be some nice luck.
Let's find out.
And the way pushing out. Ooh, nice catch at the end there. The Grimstroke with the brew. Cuckoo left alone.
I create nothing.
Arcane. All right, that works.
Oh, that's something.
They
Don't-
see it.
Don't
though, on
use your
Radiant.
arcane bolt. Save your mana. Oh, he didn't.
They see it on Radiant though, so
He'll
He's
go,
not even-
he'll go kill himself and then pick it up, maybe. Or not.
That's true. He is going to check it. He's hoping for that.
Oh, he's just-
it's big if he denies
He's just
it.
denying it from
Nice.
the Tinker. No, he's
Oh,
not.
he's side pulling. He's not suiciding.
Did they have vision of it?
No, they
They
don't.
don't.
It's
They don't.
Radiant
It's
that has
Yeah,
it.
Tinker
That's a
tinkered it.
cool ward. That is a great ward.
Yeah, we keep seeing that one. That ward is
No,
amazing.
but this one scouts out the vision. A lot of them have been over here instead.
Yeah.
So it gives you like
Rune
ward
vision.
vision and then also like the potential gank.
Fair.
Heavy damage coming in. But Cuckoo has a bracer. I think as soon as you die in lane, you're thinking, I need my bracer. Where'd he
Yeah.
die? He went to the 2-2. Did Phoenix TP in for
Did
the
he get-
XP?
Oh
No, he didn't. 0.
Okay. He may have TP. He doesn't have TP on him, so he may have tried to.
Yeah, I think he did. Although he's level 2.5, so maybe he did get experience. Yeah, it looks like he might have. It might not have just been.
Sometimes
odd.
the teamfight recap may not show it because he didn't get the actual. He doesn't get the assist, so it may just not show it, even though he did get XP.
That was big. That's huge. He's almost level 3 on that Phoenix.
I think he might have.
He would get assist experience, not like contributed to the kill experience though, which is less.
Okay. I don't know how those mechanics work.
He just
Triple bash.
He just triple bashed.
I shall not report you.
He just comes back in the lane. Nah, Tims doesn't care. You don't need health as this guy. You just outrange people.
It's true. I mean, you're gonna kill yourself anyway. He's just helping.
Exactly.
Next time the Phoenix won't be able to get there.
Yeah. I know. Time looks down.
Dude, I want to play some Skywrath,
God,
man.
yes. Yes, do it.
God, guys. This hero's good.
Oh yeah.
I actually think I'm going to do that after
I'm
we get done
grinding
with
some
the cast.
Skywrath too.
I'm going to pick it before you. Oh, Cuckoo.
You can
ends
play
up going
it
down
as a
again.
3. I reckon you could be a course guy even. Probably not quite as good, but
I like it as a 3. I think it's okay.
The bonus here is that they do have their sticks now.
they're still using so much regen in this lane. Both mid and bottom lane going well, but top lane has been just a disaster. We haven't really been keeping eyes because we're so enthralled with our Skywrath mage. Rightfully so, I might add. You guys don't need to know about top lane. But yeah, Shaker's died a few times here.
And Febby just had to walk back home.
Yeah, I mean Grimbrew. We talked about this lane being pretty damn strong, and they're showing it.
Oh, Gabby. In some trouble maybe while
They
Tim's
knew
is killing
Sky was
himself.
off suiciding, so.
This tower. It's got the most kills in the game. But Cuckoo, in the meantime, in some trouble, and this is why we haven't been seeing as much of the Shaker.
Yeah, this lane's been a big pain point for TNC Predator.
I'm not sure what you can put there to contest the Brew plus Grim or Brew plus Lich. These heroes are just...
I think like the Sand King type things are a bit better because you have more escape. Between Burrow Strike and Sandstorm, you're forcing them to buy detection, and you've just got plays you can make to stay alive. Whereas Shaker kind of do with the stuns, but it's not really the case.
I think no matter what, you're not going to farm. Like Sand King's just going to burrow away. And have to. That's same thing we saw with the anti-mage. He just blinks away, and it is better though. It is better.
I'll I die.
Once he's killed, it's going to be close, but not enough, One red click short.
Really good job by Paladai, just sort of keeping himself alive there.
Well, he's got level 3, so he has a game. As a Phoenix, you've spent all your money on regen and wards. He probably has like 200 net worth or something, but he's level 3.5. That's enough for him right now.
Yeah. Well, mid, it looks like it's Tinker who's going to be able to find himself a rune.
2 null tallies on Tinker.
I was wondering if that was...
He's about a level behind the DK also.
Yeah, DK's just a slightly DK favored matchup.
Okay, stun. Doing the damage, but the silence comes out. Rotation
I'm
is
not sure how this goes.
The Phoenix being here, I think, is a kill. Those Fire Spirits just going to keep adding up.
Now,
Bracers?
down low and living through it all.
Okay.
Oh my God, 30 HP.
It was almost a kill, but not double Bracer.
If he had one less bracer, he's a dead man.
I don't think he entirely staggered the Fire Spirits too. Like he, I think, got damaged out of like 2, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
Well, off to a hot start. Mineski doing it good.
Yeah. I mean, that gank there's possible because Phoenix stays alive bottom and gets all those levels. They don't actually get the gank, but it was super close and could have been a kill.
It's still like, Tinker's supposed to be getting kind of thwomped a little bit here. So
The other thing is that that's DK ulti used no damage on the tower. Like he hit Moon and then he had to run away.
Yep.
Looking for the bash.
triple!
Hitting Mr. Gabby.
Level 2 only though.
Has Gabby got 0 waveform? What's he got? He's got 1, just had no mana. Yeah, I think you're playing in the offlane. You probably need that point. Nice little gank here with the ice armor too.
Nice catch. They will get Moon. So first death for him, but there is no dragon form to punish this afterwards. So the tower is going to stand, and Tim's trying to get some vision down in the areas where Tinker's going to farm.
Yep.
Same thing we saw before.
I like that the Radiant had a ward there to already like scout this invasion though. Like they expect the invasion into the Tinker jungle.
Yeah.
So they already reward the exact same
God,
spot.
they really like that spot.
Yeah, it sees so much. Like it sees the rune and sees defensively into your own jungle to
and
protect you.
defends your mid lane too.
Yeah. That's like the path they're going to go through.
That's crazy good work.
Kill down bottom. Meanwhile, top. Cuckoo could be in some trouble.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at that spot. Oh, man.
There's a brew split, though.
And that might end up causing a dead Lich.
Let's say, I don't think they can kill the Shaker, but Lich is definitely killable. Shaker's just going to hide himself away.
He's a juke lord.
That is pretty cool moves there.
He's pretty good with the quelling blade tricks.
Well, again,
Did he even take any damage from that? Level 1 Sunray, I'm guessing.
it's also another DK to use with no damage on the tier 1 tower.
Yeah. It's kind of okay. You're just spamming it off cooldown most of the time. It's a bit DK. You do damage if you can. If you can't, it helps you maybe secure some last hits or zone the enemy. Tinker.
It is pretty important against Tinker though to get these tier 1s.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So if they can like make a rotation with the next DK.
Oh, Cuckoo! He calling blades the tree and then just gonna walk forward, but the silence doesn't matter. That was sick.
That was very good.
Cuckoo and his quelling blade.
Yeah. Brew
That was
reacted
without boots.
fast enough at least to get away from the passive stun.
Yeah,
see
the
they-
aftershocks or the Echo Slam radius is actually quite large.
This is the beauty of that Radiant Ward. You see this Tinker jungling, but you can't actually get in undetected.
In fact,
And Tim's is gonna... Oh, he's not gonna die for it. He's fine.
How many times have we seen people die at that exact spawn?
Yeah. Trying to invade jungle, they die, they
Just
feed.
keeps happening. Or the mid lane.
You have a lead, you go in, and then you throw away that lead by giving the enemy mid or some support some kills.
no fissure here for Cuckoo, but they're gonna try and
Ooh,
get
that's
the
a nice
pullback
combo.
in. And, well, just like that, it's kind of over.
Actually, he went for the whatever the W is called, the ignite. What is it? What is that thing?
The drunken
Cinderbrew.
Cinderbrew. All right.
People very rarely go for that.
Smart money.
Moon able to hop on over and snag himself a bounty rune. Except another one afterwards. He's getting far up the
At least
jungle.
for now, he's not buying the Soul Ring. He
Yeah,
wants
I'm
his straight
curious to
boots.
see. Curious to see what he goes for.
Yeah. I feel like the Soul Ring's slightly better.
I
but
think
maybe
I think it's fine to
Oh, nice glyph.
like they're gonna lose this tower
Radiant's
anyway.
middle tower
He's
is
not
under
gonna be able to
attack.
defend it. I think by the time he gets the travels, it'll be for the next DK form, and oh, he does go for the Soul Ring. Never mind.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So he does want to defend this these early towers. Usually the Soul Ring is like, okay, I'm gonna need to
Dire's
do
top
stuff before
tower
I get the
is under
travels.
attack.
It's good. I mean, you kind of also just farm your jungle a bit faster too. Like
With the bottle now, it's pretty good for farming. But he's like gonna come in and actually defend this tower in this area. So
Nice.
Oh,
Boy,
jeez.
wants a Corona,
Is
but
under attack.
gotta respect this morph strength, I think.
Tinker in the area. It's the power of the Soul Ring. Able to fight.
Morph once these last hits. Okay, we'll take the Sky Kill.
Oh, Tinker's gonna steal the last hit. I was gonna try.
Tried to go for that gaze rather to pull him back in, but
Seen a lot of Voids chronoing Skyrats today. Some serious hate, and I kind of get why, based on the late stage.
It's so worth it though.
Yeah, it's not even, definitely not a waste of Chrono. Early game ultis, like the Black Holes, the Chronos, are often just used for solo kills, even supports. That's probably a dead Shaker.
moving into position. And
Maybe not. He's killed it off, and he's got TP support, though.
I guess Echo Slam if they are able to wait out the Bruce split.
Soulbind, though.
they didn't get the double lift up, though. So Tim's
Dire's middle tower
looks like
is
they are
under
going to be
attack.
able to walk away from that one. Cuckoo lives.
DK TP'd in because he's gonna have the ulti soon. He wants to push this. He doesn't even care that they get away. Doesn't matter. Like he just wants to push this tier 1 against the Tinker, but the Tinker has the Soul Ring, so it looks like this absolutely was the right choice. Like, how do you push into this even without the travels?
Yeah, you have to wait for Tinker to run out of mana. But with Soul Ring,
Yeah.
you're waiting a long time.
Jaboogie trying to do
I
something.
swear to God, every time Void bashes, it's a double bash. It seems.
Oh, get the courier's name.
It sounds so satisfying.
It does.
Like
Dire's
you're just
bottom
hearing him
tower
done,
is
done, and then
under
suddenly there'll be a done, done, and then a done, done, done.
It's way cooler now too. You're like you're.
Actually, I think that's his second hit. So
You
he's
sure?
because well he hits.
Wait, let's watch him. Let's watch him.
All right.
You hear 3 hits.
Right, because it's his second hit as him, and then he has 1 hit of his normal
So
hit.
the 3rd hit is not actually it's not a rebash. It's just his hero hitting a second time.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Dyer's
Because
middle
we've seen
tower is
far
under
too many
attack.
for that to be a triple.
No, that was
a single.
a single.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under
That
attack.
one was a single.
Radiant structures
That was a
are
single.
See,
single.
the
Those were
timing
singles.
of it.
No, those were singles. But the others I think were triple.
Okay.
Like I saw another guy come in and hit
All right. It's cool.
from like some other dimension. DK, what he walked bot? He walked bot.
Sure.
He walked all the way bot.
Dire are scanning.
He's a
He still
journeyman.
has his TP.
Ooh, Radiance DK.
Oh,
This is the no one special.
Chrono
I
up.
dig it. Get some good damage. It's good scaling. It's pretty annoying for Tinkers sometimes play against
Blink.
Radiance with the blink cancel. We will
It's
not see
also
that
a-
blink Shadow Blade timing against Tinker, but
Yeah.
he's just feeling,
Guess if
you know,
you-
he can go late game.
If you know you're going late, yeah, he's gonna get a lot of farm with this
Dire's
item.
middle tower is under attack.
It does feel kind of weird to me. I don't know.
Radiant's
The
bottom
Radiance?
tower-
Yeah.
It's
Radiant's
still a
bottom
very
tower
like
has
new
fallen.
build that hasn't been done all too much.
God, this Phoenix inventory, it's so sad.
Okay, ward taken away. We still have Chrono available. Tinker in the area. Another ward drop down here. Cuckoo looking for his opening. Newly
Nice.
minted Blink Dagger, ready to jump on top of these heroes. Chrono is down. They still have Fissure available.
DK, man.
Now Cuckoo, he's waiting in position right now. The Echo Slam follow-up, beautifully played. And they're going to take them down. No, JT's able to get out, and they get the Bruce Split too. None of these heroes die. TNC get baited into oblivion as Mineski don't lose anyone. Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh. They're in all sorts of trouble. Skyrit's like, please give me a kill before I go down. No.
What? How come the chains doesn't come out from the Earthshaker? Like,
I
He
think
has max passive and everything.
he
I guess
got
level
interrupted by something because Grimstroke ulti hit onto him and somebody else, right?
was it the bug, the Grim bug?
Yeah, it might have been.
God, that is such a crucial time to get that off.
That's like the
Literally saved 2 heroes. I mean, they both have a way to just get the hell out of dodge.
first
Yeah.
big team fight of the game going Mineski's way.
That was the blink reveal too, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's really important that goes well with
Febby
inertia.
Dota.
You can tell Febby's played this hero a ton. Whenever Mineski
Such a
pick it up, he
Such
looks.
a spammer, this guy. He's one of those guys that plays only support in pubs and prides himself on being high MMR.
That's the triple bash. God, so good with the phase. Like tons of movement speed and just stays on top of him. Attack speed is up. Well, Mineski so far so good. There is still a big old DK that's causing trouble. He's going to be having significantly more impact once that Radiance comes out. But for now, at least, it's a lot of wasted net worth.
We have seen the Tinker versus the DK though. Like even with the passive at level 20, Tinker still does enough damage to shred him. We saw the Sheep Tinker too. I think the Dagon Tinker is actually better too if you have some teammates to disable the DK, which they have in the Chronosphere and Silence. From Stroke.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah,
under
Frost
attack.
armor onto that tower.
Gabby continuing to farm though. Even though that fight going poorly, these dire cores that will scale pretty well are in at least a good place farm wise.
Oh, look at Tim's.
Oh, this is the play for sure.
It's a game of whack a tinker. He's going to be popping up all over the map, and you have to find him and catch him.
The thing with Tinker though is like you don't have any reason to go into those trees anymore because there's so many little high grounds that you could play on with the new map changes.
But that's the whole thing though. It's
But
high ground, so you could have wards on those high grounds.
That's true.
At some point, you're gonna he's probably gonna blink into
This
a
is it
ward.
too.
He's
He
still gonna do
TPs
it. I'm just saying he has options. Oh, he's not gonna do it.
Oh, God.
That one's
Damn,
that's a rough one.
he baited that.
Should Cuckoo have maybe waited?
Was that the
Wait for the
blink, too?
concussive to hit, perhaps.
Dire are
The what?
scanning.
The Tinker Blink?
Yeah, was that the first Tinker blink?
Yeah, that was his first blink. That's probably why that happened. He didn't expect the Tinker to have the blink yet.
Yeah, he could have.
I'm just going to wait.
Because
here.
Tim's going with the concussive. It was going to follow him. He could have just gone for the fissure and then
Dire's
walked up for the
structures are
echo.
fortified.
That's
Yeah.
a Cuckoo play.
Yeah, go big, go home. That's the Cuckoo way.
Tinker's just playing behind the tower too. He's not taking the bait.
But that's part of the reason why this ward is good still, because you can see him TPing in onto the creep wave.
But he knows to blink away from the ward when he TPs in. Like now, especially now, he knows that spot's warded. I feel like this guy was in those trees.
I would wager that he probably had an idea, just like when he first TP'd in, because he TP'd in and then it blinked back and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know?
It wasn't just backwards; it was like backwards and up into those trees right there where he's standing.
Oh, and now they're trying to wrap around because they know that they're going to be grouping here. Tim,
yeah, they know for sure. Yeah. Because that's
he found him.
That's the only lane for them to play in right now. They're not anywhere else. They have to be there. Yeah. That is such a nice play from Tinker to like understand that. Usually it's the opposite. That Tinker ward usually is like the bane of Tinker's existence, but he's just using it as a bait this whole game. What a waste of like the last 3 to 4 minutes
for
TNC.
Yeah.
Well,
good.
Yeah, but I'd say for like the certain heroes who aren't farming though, like the Morphling and the DK are still elsewhere on the map getting their gold going. But I mean the net worth graph kind of shows it has been a bit of a lost opportunity for them.
Tinker's still farming the bot lane. He basically have +1 core farming with that.
Oh, yeah.
Those plays.
And Tinker will be a pretty good burst damage solution for both DK and Morphling.
Yeah.
We'll see how those BKB timings. I mean, I think Dire's about the BKB timings.
Yeah.
Both Morphling and DK will have to get the item this game. Probably DK gets a Blink or Shadowblade first, and then BKB, but we'll see.
JT sort of has been free to get a lot of space here as well.
We got a Battle Fury Void. I don't know about this, but I guess it's.
He knows the Tinker.
Fine. It's a farm game.
Out. Yeah, he knows.
Ninja Boogie just hiding away.
Radiance DK too. He may as well. Oh, he cancels the TP actually. He's about to possibly die for that.
Fissure, and they hit it with Stroke Fate at the end. And JT is gonna walk into the pit.
The thing I just like about the Mask of Madness is you can just. He'd probably have more net worth now if he had Mask of Madness just farming jungle and ancients and things.
Yeah.
The Battlefield is like better for pushing out creep waves, but not as good for jungling, and especially the build up is rough. Huh?
That's true.
Boots of Travel on Shaker. Very early.
Really want to counter this Tinker, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
To the extent it even counters him.
Hey man, 10-second addition to the TP scroll, so he can set up in one lane. Realize Tinker's not taking the bait there, go somewhere else.
Look at that, cutting the creep wave as the timing of the creeps head through the tier 1 and tier 2 in the bottom lane. Like, this guy just doesn't have a creep wave for a while.
Yeah.
This game's gonna probably be a slow-ish long game. Is what it's kind of looking like, at least. Be pretty strategic.
I think when we see the Tinker Dagon, which hopefully will be coming out next, maybe they can start snowballing.
It's just hard because it's like the kind of Meepo problem where you can't start the fight as this Tinker. You're looking to be the last hero to show up to a team fight.
Yeah.
You're relying on your Void.
Brew running like an idiot, and then Void Chrono.
That's what we haven't seen from Mineski.
Hello.
There we go. With the DK follow-up.
Yeah.
For a second, Kuka was out of mana. I don't think he had a...
He needs to not enter lanes and let Tinker deal with that. That's definitely the play on the Void.
He hasn't been. That's like the first time he's kind of slipped up, I think.
It's pretty not like him to do that.
Or he's been in lanes with his entire team around him. Like, it's been Tinker playing bottom with the other 4 play top, but for whatever reason, that suddenly changed now, and I think JT maybe just forgetting the game plan and showing a bit of his inexperience. He is one of the newer players.
Well, and I think that it's, you start feeling good, you find all these pickoffs, you're able to dodge the ganks too, and...
I'm going to run to the dead lane and die now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Been there.
But yeah, the slow pace like you were talking about. One thing that's kind of cool later on, I mean much later on, Cuckoo, 50% magic resistance talents, hey!
Is that level 25?
Yeah.
That sounds like a level 25.
It's pretty
and he's going to
one.
get that with a hood/pipe, at least that's what he has queued up.
Yeah.
And this pace seems... Like, well, it's not like it's amazingly for either. I mean, it's good for both teams because they're itemizing for their slow pace.
Right.
Like, you've got a Void Battle Fury, you've got a Radiance Brew. All these heroes are itemizing for late game. DK with a Radiance. Everybody has fully recognized this game is going late, and people are going to be 6 slowly.
I think I would favor Mineski's draft in the late game.
It's so hard to
Phoenix
bet against Void.
I'm with you. I think the team fight around Phoenix Void is just too good.
Brew can get 25 too. Zeros.
Almost very confident considering he has no BKB.
Gold is brass. Now clips to his Lich, and they're just going to get chronoed and killed. It looks like
Oh.
Fissure interrupting. Maybe the
Void.
Skyrep can turn this one. They kill him off. That's
Okay,
Aegis down.
That's still worth a good use of Aegis, though.
And now Tinker's going to start to go to town, although Tim's is hiding away, seeing if he can get out of there in time.
Oh, he
Able to
gets the rocket
dodge
off.
away. Tim's in some trouble,
He's
but
dead.
still living, and yeah, it is going to be the kill. Meanwhile, Brew.
What's our Morphling up to? Okay. He needs to blink out very quickly. We'll do so.
Cuckoo is going to end up dying. No, he gets the blink away. Moon's
Oh, he
still
blinked
looking.
in looking.
Can he get the grip? No, he can't.
Almost.
So Mineski
Ace.
win that fight pretty convincingly, I'd say, with a buyback, Lich buyback.
Let's pop back, yeah.
And it was like a 2k gold lead turned into 5k. Part of that was Roche gold. And yeah, it was about a 1,500 gold swing from the fight and like a 1,000 gold swing from Roche, so.
It did burn through the Aegis, but like we said, I don't think Mineski had any aspirations for like pushing super hard with that Aegis.
Yeah, you kill a DK, it's fine. You're on track here with your big late game lineup, your Void Phoenix combo. Your Tinker's kind of uncountered, so.
Brew's actually getting a Radiance too. So
Yeah.
he's itemizing for the late game as well.
As far as this egg goes, they haven't got the best line for killing it. With the BKBs, it's possible, but that's when the Void Chrono comes in. I feel like using this Chrono to protect the egg is actually one of the best things they can do. Or dropping the egg after some of those right-clicking cores have been chronoed, like the Void.
Yep.
Sorry, like the Morphling. Oh, I mean,
Even the Brew with the Radiance helps with defending the egg.
God.
At least.
Dire's
Look at
top
this.
tower
Radiant
is under
Tinker
attack.
Warts.
I mean, that's kind of coming the meta. This dire side want to just play down here and keep this lane spammed out and play in those trees. You get a ward there. So you can see when they're doing that.
I'd like to see a Tim's Atos. I know the item still isn't getting picked up, but now it breaks TPs. Like,
The Axe is just so value.
yeah.
I assume he's got that. He's got Glimmer Cape queued up. Okay.
Void BKB is really, really important. I think they can take basically any
Dire's
fight.
top
They need the
tower
Phoenix to be
is
alive
under
though.
attack.
Yeah, they're looking to fight. He purchased the smoke. They're going to fight around the BKB timing. He's going for Dagon next from Tinker. That's definitely the play. Fortunate that his null tallies don't build into that. He'll pick up a crown.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Good old crown.
I've seen people start with crowns on Tinker, just anticipating the late game Dagon. Maybe not start, but like go for one before.
How much the crowns cost again?
Dire's
400?
top tower is
50?
under attack. Dire's
Oh God,
top tower
Moon.
has
He's got the ward. He just knows he's safe.
Radiant's
Because they
bottom
de-warded
tower
as well
is
there.
under
Yeah.
attack.
There's this ward
Radiant
behind the tower as
structures are
well.
fortified.
Oh, that's, yes.
Oh my god,
They're
this is
really
so nice
well set
to-
up, but the smoke coming in from Mineski, and they're going to look and break onto Gabby. There's the Bruce split as well. Armel trying to run. TP's coming in. They're retreating for the moment, but
They see him in the
TNC,
trees.
they're thinking about going back in. They don't have their Void here for this.
Go BKB TP.
There's out of there.
Both going to BKB TP. And they had to. That fight was going south and going south quick.
Not
Void's
ideal. Not
hunting.
ideal
Dire's top
BKB
tower
reveals
is
on
under
either of those
attack.
This
heroes.
Void's very deep. You could almost cut them off here.
It's just
By them, I mean.
Tim's.
Yeah,
He's
Tim's.
just hitting creeps.
Dire's
Battle
middle
Fury
tower
things.
is under attack.
Oh, Echo? What was that?
Okay. Jump in and find the kill onto Brew. Maybe Silence. Is he
He's
living?
got no ult. but
Oh God, he gets out and Cuckoo just dies. 3 dead.
That's putting Mineski firmly in control. That sequence of events.
Does a
Dire's
1v5
bottom tower
play?
is under attack.
Oh man.
That's the Cuckoo way.
Dire's bottom tower
Can't believe
has
KP
fallen.
lives there. Magic Resist, the Bracers, the Ogre Club, for goodness sake.
He tipped his Grim. I wonder if Febby made a play to save him, like another silence.
I think the
Dire's
Glimmer
bottom
Cape.
tower is under attack.
I mean, and maybe this is again one of the reasons why this Earthshaker has not been picked up as much. Like, it's 3 separate initiations that normally would have been a kill, but all of these small stat items, it's made the difference.
That's a good point. He's like a burst hero.
Dire's bottom
Still
tower
does the same
has
damage with higher HP on
Dire's
heroes.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's
that
middle
was-
tower has been denied.
But right now, Mineski feeling good and in control of this game.
Void with the Battle Fury is getting so farmed too.
Speed the
I
brush.
feel like Void is going to be one of those heroes that we're going to look back on as maybe one of those top tier.
I agree. I think this is another one of those heroes that's rated pretty highly, but maybe not highly enough. Like, I think Spirit Breaker is also one of those heroes. I think Skywrath Mage is one of those heroes. I think these heroes are very, very strong in the hands of players who are comfortable on them. So the heroes really good for whatever reason.
JT pushing out top lane, shows for a moment, backs out. This is like Void without even a Shadow Blade or
Dire's
initiation
top
item. It's
tower
all just
is
about
under attack.
being a threat walking around in front of people, and there's going to be the Dagons for the Tinker.
Yeah, that's a big reason I like that he's hitting jungle camps now and not sitting in the lane. He obviously is not going to die to the Earthshaker like we saw him die in the first little bit, but also he's that threat on the map if he's not showing. A lot of the time you'd actually prefer your carry player to play the lanes just so they're applying pressure, but you don't need to do that, and he's also got another job to do as the big team fight initiator killer guy, you know.
Yeah.
He can't be showing.
Man, look at these Radiant Observer wards.
Yeah, that needs to be dealt with, and let's just starting on it.
This one, though, still has some vision on it, and a Chrono. Like, if they just walk forward here, you've got to be so careful. Smoke up behind Gabby. This is against a Void.
Yeah, they're pretty grouped here, but they're hoping to get a blink.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, it was
Br-
nice.
That actually, I mean, the DK smoke broke.
Ninja Boogie's in a really deep place.
Oh, 3 heroes all grouped together. They just Chrono immediately. It's on to 2. Is it going to be
Chain
good
Frost.
enough? They get the silence as well. On to KP. They have the Echo Slam already out. They've killed off 1. Is it going to be good enough?
focusing
Gabby
egg.
trying to take down that egg. It is going to be broken. And now
Tinker,
chasing
careful,
forward for
man.
more. Tinker in trouble. He goes down. Triple kill for Gabby.
Not the Chrono in the end. I think it feels good to Void because you got this 2-man Chrono, but it's in this awkward place where they're on the low ground and the rest of your team can't get to the Chronosphere. And Morphling, recognizing this Phoenix Egg can just be deleted with his BKB, comes up big. Very well played by Gabby.
7,000 gold. He had 7,000 gold. Now he has a Scotty.
Yeah, that's nifty.
Waveform attacks targets. He's hitting pretty hard now. Don't call it a comeback. Oh, Tim's. They just used his leap.
He does have his BKB, right? Should be.
Let's see how quick they react.
Those bashes with the Battle Fury.
He's not going to go for it.
One hitting camps.
Man.
Radiant's top
Let's just
tower
getting all
is
these
under
D wards.
attack.
Unfortunately, it's just
Radiant
on sentry wards.
structures are fortified.
But hey, sentry's pretty effective. Pipe coming out on Earthshaker.
Trying to bait this out with the Invis rune still working.
Radiant's top
JT.
tower
Tinker's alive soon, man.
Phoenix is not.
He's removed.
I still don't think this allows them to get the tier 2, though.
Chrono's down for 20 seconds, but even with it down, Tinker's just going to be able to defend these.
Radiant's bottom tower
Arc
is
coming
under
out
attack.
on the Dragon Knight. He's actually going to be able to sit in the March for the most part with the way that the 50% regen.
Yeah, the new heart's like better in this scenario.
With the Dragon Blood talent too, especially.
So Sky gets the extra Arcane Bolt now.
They used the Soulbind there as well. Chain Frost back and forth. That was a
Casual harass. I think they're backing off, it looks like, and just want to throw some nukes out.
Trying to bait out
Yeah.
the BKB maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense. Looks like they're leaving this top side of the map, although they still have this ward here that they might want to fight around. We're looking at for items. So the heart coming soon.
Tower are scanning.
Big swing. What'd Sky end up going for? He got the Glimmer Cape? He had it queued up?
He's going for the Glimmer still.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's so good against Tinker. It means Tinker can't... If you're like on the back lines and Tinker isolates you, you can actually survive him.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal as a support.
Look at the call here. A long wraparound from Mineski.
Yeah, they're afraid of Roach, but they're not in there. TNC are maintaining their position on the high ground.
It's so
Lich-
hard. Like, there's one on
Lich
every
season.
entrance. Like literally every entrance
Yeah.
had a player on it.
Yeah, and Mineski, they get scouted, so TNC know what's up that they kind of smoked around.
They just They just play the opposing jungle. You wanna play this high ground? We'll play the other high
They
ground.
kind of mess up the smoke. They didn't catch the Skywrath though.
The thing is, playing this like high ground versus high ground
has
game
been
benefits the Tinker team for sure.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
just-
bottom lane's pushing on the tier 3. And
Dire's
just the fact
bottom
Tinker's
tower
farming
is
while
under attack.
Mineski aren't really farming on any of the heroes.
Yeah.
Tim's is really far out. Do they? I was about to say, does he not realize where they are? He's playing as if
It's just
they're not
taking a
there.
walk.
Yeah.
That was sort of weird.
I think he knows his
Oh, the
team smoked.
bots.
His team is smoked up while he did not get smoked, so he's feeling like he needs to maybe show and distract them, play bait while he's not actually baiting. It's like the mind games.
This is the other thing about the bots for Cuckoo is TP back. You can defend it, and then if they need to, they can always TP in on the Bruce split.
It's a direct nerf to Tinker. This Boots of Travel TP scroll thing, kind of.
Yeah, like you
Radiant's
can.
courier has been
All right,
killed.
both couriers are dead.
It's cruel. Why would they do that?
Oh, Armel.
These are both two very tanky heroes.
So they force a wasted BKB. So even that.
I think they can go back in on this DK when the BKB wears off. I think they just take any fight here.
He blinks away.
I was expecting DK to just BKB TP home and while his team left. I don't think he didn't want to ditch his team, but this may ditch Roche as they secure this area of the map.
50 seconds for the BKB. Still really tanky, and looks like they're going to try and do something else with Gabby along the side here. Tim's in the pit. They are... Oh, I think he was taking some damage from the Battle Fury. And that counted out that they're in the pit.
Well, that's
That's unreal.
What was that play? Tim's?
You just want to make sure, I guess? I don't know.
Dire's
Tim's?
bottom tower is under attack.
Turn your monitor back on.
Oh, it's done now.
Ice so tanky on Brew though. I don't
Very
know. I don't think
bizarre.
they can pick him off.
They have the long-range leap with the Chrono. They're seeing who it is that's
I
going
don't think his
He doesn't
BKB's
have
on
BKB.
cooldown.
10 seconds left. In some trouble here. Might just end up dying. They have the Bruce split still working here as the Chain Frost is bouncing back and forth, and Armel's dead, buys back. What is happening, TNC?
Those two deaths were so weird. They were so avoidable.
They're getting that Roche anxiety, man.
On the other side, they end up losing Tim's again, but
That's a
their
dieback.
eyes are on the Broche, and he ends up getting bashed. KP running in the Chronosphere. He is able to get the waveform away. Nice combination there. And now Armel jumps back in. They're stunned up as well. There's going to be the Echo Slam. Can they kill them off in time? Buyback from the Void. He wants to get back into this, but they're fearing him as they try and take down Roche, and it is going to be Aegis snatched by Gabby. TNC, it looks scary, but they end up doing it in the end.
What a sequence of errors from both sides.
Who got the cheese?
It's late in the day, man.
Oh, no, for sure. It's tense. This is the stressful series. Like we talked about last game, how TNC Fnatic, it just felt like both teams were playing very loose, very carefree, and it was such good Dota because of that. This is the series where it's do or die. You lose, you're staying home. You win, you're going to the major. This is where the mistakes come out. I mean, both teams are just playing very tense, very cautiously.
That waveform out though.
Yeah, that was
of
nuts.
the Chronosphere. That was perfect timing.
It was unfortunately just a one-man Chrono in the end, and that
Well,
one man was his
he chronoed
teammate.
his teammate, and then the Earthshaker comes in and gets a two-man Echo Slam
And
because
the egg,
of the Chrono.
The egg was in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't even near a single enemy hero.
Right.
Dire
I
are
think he's
scanning.
was maybe expecting the Chrono to land on a bit more, so the egg was
structures are
maybe
fortified.
barely in range of the Chrono.
Like follow up on the Morphling maybe.
Morphling is enormous right now. You bought back on both the DK as well as the Skywrath and the Faceless Void. They would have loved to be able to keep that Aegis on the
I don't think
DK.
there's any need to push and make plays now for TNC.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they have the heart on DK, but it might be too much. And now they're both caught here, silenced as well. Still switching over to the strength form, so they're fine.
They're kind of playing like they have Aegis, which is not the case, because they get forced to just use another BKB here, which we're often seeing these BKBs forced out, something that Tinker is very good at. But I think TNC need to recognize, hey, we may have just won the Roche fight, but we didn't actually get ourselves an Aegis. Let's
They
play
do-
like there's no Aegis.
They do have the cheese on the DK, which I think with the new heart, the cheese. is going
Oh,
to-
they found him!
Nice.
Tim's! He knew!
But he can't stop the TP.
Oh,
Cuckoo was Fissure was cooldown.
oh man.
Goodness.
By the
Debbie
skin of his
gives
teeth.
Gives Moon the tip. He knows that was
that-
a tense moment.
That reveals the ward there too, so that is no longer going to be a play that can happen. He's not going to die there again.
It's become a game of pick Tinker off to win the game if you're TNC. Like, you need to do that and then force a buyback and then kill him again, and then it's GG. For Mineski, there's a lot more, I think, plays and ways they can win this game. Their team fight is just a bit better. They have a lot of ways to force out these wasted TNC BKBs and just straight up win team fights. Void Phoenix, like, their team fight execution is much more straightforward. For TNC, they need to make all these kind of difficult, complex, and more nuanced plays.
Well, I mean, that is true, but they might start running into damage issues. You look at Dragon Knight right now, Heart as well as 4,300 HP. He's got...
I feel like with the Tinker Dagon, you're going to be fine.
Really? Okay.
Absolutely.
Although, with... It's tough to say with the new Heart. It's pretty... I mean, how much regen does he have?
Well, it's skewed right now because of the active, but it's going to be a lot.
He's gonna have quite a bit, like 80 or something like that. But I mean, even still, Tinker does way more damage than is necessary.
Okay.
It's just that with the regen, he can survive until he gets the BKB off, possibly. If they can catch the Tinker, the whole game is about the Tinker. That's why all these narcissistic players play Tinker, because it's like, oh, the whole game is about me. You have to kill me. Not once, but twice.
No. All right, well, 39 minutes into it. 7,000 gold lead for Mineski, but the big thing is still these buybacks, and they do have 4 minutes until the Faceless Void buyback is off cooldown. Also, Roche, about 4 minutes until it's capable of respawning. Walk in, find the stun right at the start, but Gabby living through it. Color cape and fine.
Earthshaker does have a fresh BKB that will protect him from the Tinker interrupting his combo with the sheep.
And it's really becoming just a game of who's holding which high ground, and I've seen him play around it.
Whoever gets like a initiation off with like a Blink Echo or Blink DK stun or a good chrono could potentially just instantly delete and remove a hero. And if that hero doesn't buyback, that's how you win a fight.
If you're Mineski, you definitely look for the... Oh my god.
He's not going, yeah. He's expecting there to be backup.
If you're Mineski, you definitely go for the supports. You go for the back line. If you can kill the Lich or the Skywrath, or especially the Earthshaker, but if you can kill the Lich or the Skywrath, you're going to win the fight. They're so squishy and so important to these fights.
Yes. On the other side, it's kind of the other story where you want to burst down a Tinker Void Brew. You almost want to kill the cores, because they're the ones who will be showing and more accessible.
Yep.
Phoenix is an okay kill, but almost better to just go for him when he eggs with your BKBs.
He has the 5 roll too, Phoenix. So it's a little less important.
The egg isn't winning fights. Yeah, it's a stun after like a chrono, but it's not really ruining.
He does have the GPM talent though, so he will catch up eventually and be a problem.
53 regen. It's a little bit less because he, like you said, took that GPM talent.
Oh, he did.
I guess, I mean, you're against Tinker, that double armor doesn't really matter against any of these heroes.
Still, but the heart regen with the heart regen amplification with the extra regen, I feel you can stand in the march. And I don't see why he needs the GPM when he has a Radiance right now.
I kind of agree. I think he's not having progressing in terms of items.
He's almost 6-slotted. He actually has money to be 6-slotted right now.
Yeah. I mean, if the game is going to be this slow, maybe the thought is like there's only so many creeps you can get. Make sure that he has these items. Like, would he have had the heart if he didn't have the GPM talent?
And buying that last item plus having buyback, then plus having like a Boots of Travel. Like, he's not there yet. He'll get there faster. But it's like, how much difference does that last bit of items make? Not game-changing amounts.
Yeah.
The regen at the same time, how much difference does that make? Maybe not. Maybe he considers it non-game changing as well.
Yeah, they both kind of suck in this game. We talked about how the Tinker can just kill him through it anyway. So.
So I really like this Sky Glimmer because that's going to help these frontlining DK Morphlings who might get hexed to actually stay alive.
I think the Phoenix should honestly pick up a Glimmer too.
I think also, I guess they don't have Lotus Orb isn't the hard to save.
Okay, that's what I see. He's went pure late game scaling right click build, which is going to pan out really well for them now that we're in this 45-minute stage of the game.
Butterfly and Morph, Radiance on DK, definitely good Monkey King Bar game. And then also very high armor on both of those heroes. And Monkey King Bar, of course, gives you the magical damage. These, like proc items, Javelins and Monkey King Bars, they're actually so strong in terms of damage efficiency for how much they cost. They're just way better than raw damage items. You very rarely see people go for Daedalus. It's been buffed a lot.
All right, Armel, get the stun. Oh, he took 40 strength. That's probably good too. 5,400 HP. Oh my god.
Can't help but feel like with the regen, he would be very, very tanky right now. I mean, yeah, he still is.
Yeah, he really is, regardless.
Tinker going for BKB next. To get into these fights, it's just an additional like
He can now
7th slot item.
blink on the supports or blink on a shaker, maybe.
Yeah,
Still has to worry about the right clicks from the morph, particularly.
yeah, especially with the Scotty.
Going for the Lincolns next. Looks like the call for Gabby.
We'll see how something like that can work. It stops like a insta hex initiation, but with all the, I mean, Tinker's rearm and there's all these breakers, kind of as well.
Gotta be careful. JT.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
hang
saw
it
it
out.
ping, yeah.
We don't want to
Oh,
be
they have,
here.
they have a ward there.
Yeah.
Gets revealed. Yeah, Tinker's done a good job not getting picked this game, but it's just always so scary. It always feels like when you're 60 minutes in, it's going to happen eventually. No matter how well you've played for how long, there just seems this sense of inevitability sometimes that it can happen and will happen. More so when you're playing from behind, which is not the case here from
Right.
Mineski. They have better map control, so... Next.
This is not a super typical game from what we've seen for SEA Dota especially. Very little fighting.
I think it has to do with like just that pressure you're talking about. Like you
Absolutely.
don't want to like put yourself in a position where you're on a timer, and so they pick these heroes that they feel like can go late. And I think I heard a chrono.
If these teams are playing in group stage right now, this would be a different story. This game would not look like
It's
this.
also this awkward situation where if you're Mineski, you last pick Tinker, so you're pretty comfortable with going late in the game because you picked it. But then if you're TNC, you got last pick Tinker against, so you just want to be able to counter it in some way, and their answer is to go late game. So both teams are just okay with going late because of this last pick Tinker.
This could be a bit of a bait. They want the bounty rune here. They have the DK stun follow-up.
All right, there's going to be the Chain Frost bouncing back and forth. Nobody's taking any damage in this fight at all, with the exception of the Brew, who does eventually go
The X
down.
going down
and
too.
now get him caught. They're going to be able to
they
get
ran
the blow up though. Still 2 caught here in the Grimstroke ulti, and Armel is living strong.
Morphling's dead.
Morphling gone. Okay, buyback on both the Brew as well as the Morph in a second as he's going to jump back into this fight. Armel eats the cheese, still living. There's finally going to be the Brew split. And TNC, it looks like they're going to have the full reset.
If they can somehow get this Brew, it's I mean, he bought back.
Morphling used his BKB to try focus the egg and did not kill it. It must have been like 1 hit from going down, because he was hitting it for a good couple of seconds.
But a long Roche spawn means they won't be able to take advantage.
Very, very fortunate that Earthshaker and was it the DK and the Chrono, they were able to get the DK, but BKB off at the...
Yeah, it was a good
right
chrono, but
before the
it
chrono.
wasn't killing people, and Morphling was outside, so he could finish off the Brewmaster.
Yep.
They finished off the Brew, who was already low, so if you don't kill that Brew and you initiate hard on him, then you lose that fight. But
For sure.
And it still ended up being a pretty, even-ish fight. Both teams buying back on some pretty key heroes.
Yeah.
Ooh, backtrack.
Was it Morph and
Morph bought
Brew?
back.
Okay.
That's Morph and Brew.
And Lich.
Honestly, even fight basically. Like if the
Yeah.
Brew dies, you probably need to.
I think the
you
Morph
commit to the Tinker.
The
like,
Morph matters more in the sense like you can theoretically like hold your high ground a bit with the Tinker.
With the Tinker, yeah.
But
Tinker
if they
spam.
get Aegis,
But you
then
can
I think
dive
it's
the
even.
Tinker with the Brew being dead with no buyback. Like it's still a win condition. You just have to play it differently.
Yeah, this Void not buying back, I get the logic behind it, but this does give Morphling the Aegis to compensate for not having buyback. And this is Refresher Shard, I believe.
Ooh, and he took the multi-shot adaptive also.
Who's Shaker Refresher? Let's go.
Seems pretty good.
Don't imagine he's probably the one they have in mind for this.
Maybe even DK. Lich will pick it up. Lich will
not
pick them
gonna
up for
keep
now,
it,
but
yeah.
he's just being
He's not
he's
keeping
just a
either.
courier. He's just a courier.
Oh god, he wants that. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have
Who do you
GPM
give it to?
anymore.
Who do you give it to?
I think DK will take Cheese and Shaker will take Refresher.
Refresher on Shaker. Okay.
Yeah,
Dyer's
they-
bottom
Yeah, we'll see,
tower
we'll
is under
see what they do
attack.
with the cheese. He's holding the cheese for now, but he won't be using that.
No, that's you know, that can be used just like you take a fight, you back off, just give somebody the cheese to heal up, and then all of a sudden you're back in again. You can siege something like that.
All right, well, we're in crazy land now. If you're TNC, I don't think you can really make anything happen until like Morphling buyback is up again, because
You try and catch the Brew who doesn't have buyback. You play around your wards, play around your high grounds, map control
Right.
and look for Brew. But if you're Mineski,
Oh
you
boy, Tinker, mid lane.
Oh, going on him.
he glimmered, but they still got him.
Whack.
Oh, there's a
Gem on the
sentry
Gem on the
and a
Brew.
gem, yeah.
He's got a Basher.
Yep.
He's looking to kill these supports.
That level 25 Brew talent.
Yeah.
That's one of the.
He went for the left talent.
I don't know if he hit 25 yet, did he?
No, he's not. He's
I
so
imagine
close.
he is.
Radiant's top
I don't know,
tower
man.
is under
The
attack.
split, pretty nice.
That crit is pretty insane.
What did he go for the 20 talent? Attack speed. Okay.
He's going crit, man. Gotta believe
Definitely.
it.
That's a lot of crit.
It is a lot of crit.
And it's like 80% chance that you're going to hit it, too. That's the other thing that's nuts about it.
Basher gives you good damage now too. For the crit.
And then the Abyssal's going to give you some lockdown through these BKBs.
So it's going to be what, like a 400% crit or something crazy?
This DK is going to wish he got that double armor. I mean, he probably already is at this point because he's 6 slotted with 7k gold.
Yeah.
Like,
Dire are
this
scanning.
GPM talent has not gotten you 7k gold at this point throughout the game. Maybe you've gotten like, what, 3 or 4k gold out of it?
I mean, he has the same items. That he would have buyback and these same items if he just had the.
Yeah.
He's got an excessive amount of gold.
Maybe at most the talent's got him like 5k.
If he does manage to get into like a moon shard on top of it, he can kill off any brew split that happens, but maybe that's the reason that you also don't go for that as brew.
It's, yeah, potentially helpful. Boots travel upgrade is kind of nice too since there's such a split push focused game now in the late game too.
Right.
But what will we see out of this Aegis? Are they going to make moves? Just trying to get wards down on cliffs and then fight around them, it seems. They move bottom together, get a ward down.
I feel like it's really hard to make a move with Morph, particularly if you have this like Chrono, because if you kill him without using Chrono, then he's just dead as soon as he respawns. You just lay that on top of where he's going to respawn, and then you don't have buyback on Morph.
It's hard to kill him without it though because of the linkage. Like you can't get that insta-hex initiation. He'll start morphing. He'll always be able to start morphing strength. Well, should be. Yeah, Gabby feels confident.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is under
mid lane. They're on this DK. He's very tanky, but is he going to be tanky enough? God, look at that brew damage. He's just punching him.
Yeah, this is where Tinker is quite the damage
Radiant's
dealer
bottom
in late
tower
game
is under
Dota.
attack.
He did half the amount that the Tinker did.
And maybe Brew's actually better in the late game than he was with the 65-second
Radiant
reduction
are scanning.
on the ulti.
Yeah.
Everybody considered him super strong with that too. So maybe this is actually better, this crit talent in the late game.
And that highlights why DK did go the GPM talent because armor is not going to save you there.
Yeah.
There's definitely scenarios where the armor might help, but that was not one of them.
Well, DK does have buyback, and Gabby has Aegis. What is the answer for this push coming from Mineski?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Double siege. They can just bait some stuff.
There it comes out. My God, JT just gets obliterated.
What?
What in God's name?
I blinked, guys. What happened? Someone told me.
And the Echo Slam to follow it up. Moon's caught. They're going to be able to run him down with the axe, trying to chase. He's going to be able to get out of there. Jump to the high side.
Way.
Cuckoo.
Unreal.
He flubbed it. He had the
Dire's
Tinker.
top tower is
Oh,
falling.
no.
He had it. I think because of the Ag Scepter. The Ags is a great pickup, but I think he didn't totem stun him because of the Ags.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, that
I
was.
think the
That-
Ags
that-
made
that-
him juke himself a bit.
That could have been huge if they had gotten the Tinker off of that.
Yeah, they would be able to run down mid, force some buybacks, and then they created this scenario to win the game.
All right.
Where if you kill him again,
What was the timing here? Less than a second, just about, with the stun and the silence, and suddenly
The morph double adaptive strike too with the
yeah.
Skywrath amplification just annihilated them.
Well, Aegis done, and Morphling buyback still a minute away. This might be the timing when they could get something done with this. It's still a little
35
scary.
seconds against Tinker. It's really hard.
you don't feel good about going high ground here. I mean, best case scenario, you might get a tier 3 tower so you can kill some shrines.
DK did buy travels. He's here.
They're going
Alright.
to go for this. They need to be pretty cautious about this approach.
Oh my God,
This is
Gabby.
very
Radiant
dangerous.
structures
I feel like if anything, this plays into Mineski's hands if you're not careful about it.
Cuckoo throws out the fissure.
I think it's
Radiant's
about time to
middle
back.
tower
They
is
literally
under
just want the tower so they can kill shrines.
That's big.
But-
And the Hex, have they stuck around too long? The Soulbind is there as well. It's a silence onto 2. There, we're going to move in with this Faceless Void in just a second. He's TPing into position. The rest of TNC trying to make sure that they can get out of there, and it looks like they will escape for now.
That.
Be careful,
forward
dog.
for more. Moon.
He's got the glimmer.
Skywrath. All right, that might be an okay trade for the Tier 3 tower, as they're going to lose the Skywrath Mage.
I think it was riskier than they should have been going for that Tier 3.
That was definitely.
They play it well. Like I was about to, it's not that they're lucky to get out, but they play incredibly well to get out of there, but it was very tight. They almost get caught.
It is very nice in this game for both teams to free up those shrines, because it's been so long since we've seen any objectives. And it's
Dire
like,
are scanning.
Oh, and then like next Roche fight comes along, like having those shrines near the Roche pit makes a big difference.
Uh-oh, Armel. They're starting to bring him down, the fear. They still have Chrono available. If they show themselves, Gabby going to get caught. He did get up the BKB, though, and still living for the moment, and they're trying to lay into this Dragon Knight, but everybody is caught in this. The Echo Slam comes out, but the BKBs were there already. JT down low, but not low enough. They kill off the DK. He has buyback if they want to take this, and they have already retreated off to the side. They find the kill onto the Tinker. Yeah. And chasing down this Earth Panda. They know where this guy is at. They also see
they got
JT.
the void.
They got both of them if they want him.
They
but
can totem after him.
are they going to be able to kill both of them? The chase forward, Cuckoo has it. The fissure, it blocks and breaks the TP. Cuckoo all over it. Can they kill off this man? He's backtracking everything. JT actually living through it.
He's out of mana.
He backtracked. We'll go off to the other side, but you can't backtrack that.
Cuckoo is cooking up some big plays.
oh God. I mean, they all have buyback, so
But they bought back on the Tinker. This is the way you win the game.
yeah. The thing, yeah.
This is like step one.
Yeah, that's step one.
Step one, kill them. Step two, force buybacks. Step three, kill them again. And if you don't kill them while the buybacks are down, you go back to step one.
This late in the game, nothing matters except those buybacks. Like the racks.
Or mega creeps matter. But if you get like one lane or even two, I would say that doesn't matter.
It's so insignificant. All of these heroes can clear.
Yeah.
Even the supports at this point. That Tinker, if they can just jump on the Tinker. The thing is that
they wanna force more.
Who has buybacks? Okay, so they
Everyone.
everyone has buybacks. The DK does not have buybacks, and he's like the jump hero.
Oh, sorry, you mean on the dive?
Yeah,
I
he
thought
wants to
the
jump in.
Radiant.
The thing is, like, they want to go for the Tinker, but the DK needs to be the one that jumps in and goes for the Tinker.
Even the Sky used his in that fight too.
Yeah.
I think the play here is maybe get shrines and then go for Roche. Like, it's pretty scary going up here if you don't know about the buyback status. And Grimstroke's going to be up soon. They have it on Void and Brew. They need to get out if those buybacks come at all, but it looks like they're going to take the
I think you give up racks and let them take. Don't use your buybacks if possible. If
The
they
buybacks,
go,
yeah, they're more important.
you may even give up a second lane. I think the mega creeps is what matters, and if you're feeling, I think you even give this up as well.
I think with the Void respawn,
Okay,
they can defend.
they will use one though.
All right, now they want to fight this. Already getting the slows down. They need to get some kills off of this, and they start with Cuckoo.
I mean, TNC positioned such that the hero getting caught is one with buyback.
Yep.
And Mineski know that. They.
Oh,
Courier battle.
That's why we saw him Cuckoo jump in to try to go for the Tinker, because he knows that that's worth the risk. Because if he goes in and they kill him, he'll just buy back.
Global concussive now. He just throws it and it just goes to a random neutral camp next to these wards. If anything, the wards work against you. He wants to push out the creep waves, but it goes to the neutrals.
So this is why I kind of like the idea, again, of like maybe going in for the shrine and then into Roche, because now you're in this tough situation where Mineski can buy back and take the Roche fight. And
Yeah, TNC have Shaker buyback themselves. We'll see if they... I don't know, do they have any way of getting vision of that area? Not really.
But the other thing is they're about to lose their shrine. So now if you TP back in, they're actually going to come and try and defend their shrine.
They're like... I think they know Roche is respawning too, so if Shaker buys back, it stops the Roche from happening. It stops the shrine going down, like you say, to defend it. It's actually worthwhile. Just the act of buying back is going to scare Mineski off Roshing. And Scan sees inside the Roche pit now, so...
Yeah.
This Tinker needs to be careful. He's playing very deep in top
That is
lane.
very aggressive for not having buyback.
And considering like the lane's pushing out already, I don't think you're achieving too much pushing that out further, but...
Sky placed a ward on the high ground too, so...
It's a 1k gold league.
Yeah. Things have
What's our
changed.
win probability?
They're not sure.
50-50 almost.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. At this current time with the buyback success, I would say TNC has favored. But once everyone has buybacks again,
There is there's very little structure in Dota once you're this late into the game.
Yeah.
It is just about who can make the better plays as a team and get the right pick off on a hero without buyback. That's all that matters.
Or have a fight around the right rune. A DD rune on Morphling.
Yeah, yeah. Arcane rune on Tinker, Skywrath.
Skywrath. Jeez, that sounds insane.
They're just taking Roche right now, and
Got buyback. You can just go in
Mineski
solo.
not-
That's
with it.
dude, that is so important. That hero's
That's actually big
2
misplay.
minutes. They can fight. Just go.
They don't know he's in here.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He kind of just waved in alone, but
this is a big play by
They should
Gabby.
be
If he
checking
can
it.
get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
God, JT's walking in.
yeah, you gotta check this, right?
If he's not going to walk in there, it's really scary for him. He sees Gabby immediately, and now they need to fight this one, but they don't have that Skywrath mage. Immediately going to try and
They
jump
knocked
him.
him
They get the
down.
fear of the Sinister Gates. Can they kill him off in time? Cuckoo jumps in, gets the finish buyback, though, and he is going to be able to TP back towards that
killed
shrine.
Brew.
The Hex,
Dead now,
it's
too.
onto both of them. The damage coming out from Moon is going to be significant with that Soulbind, but they have the Supernova already down. They're going to be able to kill them all off. Gabby wants to take it off, but he's already waveform in. They're in a terrible position. No buyback on any of these heroes. TNC might have just lost the game.
Oh no, it's the TNC of old, the TNC that will sometimes throw away games. Gabby.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
he gets out. Any of those buybacks anytime soon?
None.
No.
2.5
they aren't.
minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh man,
Whoa.
this has got to be megas. I don't know how it glitches.
Oh, and immediately Hex. Lincoln's gone, and so too is the Morphling. He has buyback, but just like that, they are getting ran through.
Gonna
and
kill someone that doesn't have buyback, which is most of these Radiant heroes. All of them except Grimstroke. So, ooh, that's
pull
not the
him
chain
in.
frost.
They pull him in.
Oh, they needed a good chain frost here, I feel.
Oh, did he snipe him?
Gabby needs to outplay. Okay.
He got him.
He's got buyback too. They're gonna hold here. They push pretty slow and no buybacks on Mineski. They're gonna be really safe about this. And Morphling can just wave in with BKB and potentially delete a hero.
Really, really careful. They have the BKB though, and
I
already
say they're
there.
gonna hold here, and as Morph gets jumped.
Force staff need to run. Glimmer Cape keeping him alive. Gabby gets the BKB off back into the base. They still have not taken down the main buildings. They haven't taken down the roller racks.
That's so good for TNC though that they were able to bait that back to the fountain.
Yeah. And stay
Morphling
alive.
dies. I think that's game.
These late game glimmers, you know, that you just don't have detection sometimes because of the item slot issues.
It was the gem on Brew earlier.
Yeah.
Be careful, Tinker.
Oh, he's trying to bait this.
Oh,
It's not
what
worth
is
the
this?
melee racks. Okay, they'll get it. They're fine. They got 20
They're
seconds.
just sitting in the fountain actually. They're very scared. They're so scared.
Just no. Someone gets Blink Hex and deleted again. It's game over.
And I mean, again, we're in a situation where Radiant only have buyback on Grimstroke, so it does kind of reset.
Dire's top shrine
Yeah.
is under attack.
I mean, that last fight, if there's no Mineski buybacks, TNC straight up win it.
What a hold by TNC. I mean,
They played that pretty well overall. Like the Morph's first death looks like he gets nothing done, but it's just like buying some time, forcing out all those spells and hexes and things. I guess Tinker, you're not forcing it out; he's always got it, but you've got to find some way to delay.
That was those hex. They both die there. Like the Tinker has just been consistently running out of mana in these fights.
Yeah.
He's getting off like 2 or 3 hexes max, and then he just has to go back to base.
But it's Mineski with a big strategic advantage now with Aegis Refresher.
13,000 gold on Moon. Buy some Moon shards here. You're Mr. Moon. All right, there you got him.
Maybe the Brew? He doesn't
Yeah.
have one?
Grimstroke has a hex. And
This game is something. It's tense.
anybody not level 25? Nope, everybody is level 25. Let's do a quick little
Yeah,
talents check.
That's always fun.
Max health ray.
Whoa!
Sunray.
Sunray damage.
cool.
That's really unusual.
Back
Against a bunch of tanky heroes with the Chronosphere as well.
Void not going to AoE, but I think that's okay. He wants to survive.
Backtrack seems pretty good against the
Invisibility.
Earthshaker.
Oh, the 60 HP regen. That works on buildings?
Good God, yes, yes it does.
Okay.
300 GPM on the sky. Took the enchant totem, so he's jumping all over the place, and then the 40 strength, of course.
Okay.
What's Grimstroke's 25?
Inkswell radius.
Okay.
That's a big old stun.
We've Yeah, he's been pretty effective with that too in these fights.
JT, they see him. The Hex comes out already. Need to keep this guy alive. They have Chrono, not wanting to use it as of yet. The Fear holding him in place, and now they've got him controlled. Cuckoo wanting to find the finish, but it's not going to be enough. They don't have the full chain stun, and now need to back out with the Lich already dead, and it looks like Cuckoo also going to drop. TNC again in a tough position.
The size of that ink swell, my God, it's like as large as the Chronosphere. I guess that's the point.
It's pretty good.
What a combo! You think the egg Chrono is good?
Yeah.
Wait till you see the ink swell.
Couldn't find the Echo Slam, and then he goes for a totem in place when he could have just used his Axe to get out.
And they're just going to fully commit here.
Yeah, they want the Megas. And I think TNC have to just defend their throne in tier 4s now.
Oh, they found him, though. This is in trouble. A DK down and going to be killed off as well. Has the buyback, though. The rest of the buyback still a little ways away for the Dire. And JT brought down somewhat low. Tim's also trying to do what he can. They have the Mystic Flare if they want to use it. KP just jumps in.
Those crits.
Crits him to hell.
Just distracting.
Get the Megas, get out, it looks like. Wait and
Still not
reset.
over.
They're going to play around the next Chrono. Like
Oh, wait,
they've
no,
got
they
Megas.
still have,
oh, they did get
ranged.
Megas. You're right, yeah. We didn't hear the new beats. Wait for that song.
Dire.
They appear to be. I mean, it's the same situation, but they don't have the brew split. That's the only issue. Do they have the brew BKB?
They don't have Chrono. They do have
They do.
BKB for him.
He can go in. He can just destroy.
Tims jumps in,
Oh,
finds
BKB
Moon,
on
but
Tinker,
BKB
nicely done.
immediately. And now they're both Hex. They're both in trouble, and they've also been able to control and kill off the DK. There's no buyback from him. They're focusing everybody. Gabby wasn't able to wave for him. The Phantom Sprays is there, and GG called. Mineski, game number 1 goes to them.
This is like a true grand finals. This game had that feel. I mean, it essentially is. This is the last slot for SEA, up for grabs, and game 1 it's a barn burner.
Jeez, what a